Hello, everybody. Gage says it's empty. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hey, everybody. Thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Hopefully this is going to be a good treat. This is Brewing Double-Decker English Style Porter. And this beer is brewed at Cigar City down in Florida, down in Tampa. This is an English style porter coming in at 6.5%. The IBUs are 34. It's got the canned on date on the very bottom of it. Thumbs up for them for that. And so evidently they are brewing, it says Brewing. I don't know if that's a separate company that's having Cigar City brew their beers, or this is just what they are calling it. I would think that it's a separate company and Cigar City is brewing their beers for them. So over at Beer Advocate, it comes straight up as Cigar City Brewing. And over at Rate Beer, it says Brewing, brewed at Cigar City Brewing. So Cigar City does some pretty damn tasty stuff. In my humble opinion, of the beers that are available that are canned and bottled, Cigar City is probably the #1 brewery in Florida. Now, they're about to get a little competition. There's a small brewery down there called Idle Hounds over on the other side of Panama City Beach that I visited while I was down there. And Sean, one of the guys there, took me for the little tour and let me sample some of their stuff. And they're just getting off the ground and they're just kegging everything now, but they hope to be bottling or canning some stuff by the end of the summer. And what I tasted was pretty damn tasty. So they're gonna start giving a little bit of competition to Cigar City. Of course, Cigar City is way bigger than these guys are, and they're just a little fledgling operation. 3 guys there working, but they are producing some very tasty beers. So I'm looking forward to them getting some of their stuff in the bottles and cans. And Sean said he would be once that happens, he would be sending me some of their stuff to do some reviews with, and I'm looking forward to that because they got some good stuff going on there. They really do. But let's get on with this one, guys. I don't want this to be a massively long review. Commercial description: Double-Decker Porter was brewed in honor of our Bussing brothers across the pond. The beer has a silky chocolate character, which is balanced with British East Kent Golding and German Magnum hops. Combine that dark brown pour, velvety tan head, and decadent malt character, and you'll find yourself doubling up on this beer for twice the enjoyment. Food pairings for this style of beer, guys. Cuisine is barbecue, Latin American. Chooses the earthy Camembert Fontina. Since it is a porter or a stout, both of them go well with your chocolate dishes with that rich roasted malt. Sometimes they use some chocolate malt in the brewing of these styles of beers. The meat is beef, shellfish, smoked meat, and grilled meat. Glassware, pint, becker, non-egg, tumbler, mug, stein, and Sidell. I got my favorite glass, the Solvent beer glass. And here it says not recommended for extended celeries because it is a lower ABV beer. So let's get the top popped on this and get it into the glass. I'm looking forward to this because I'm pretty sure Cigar City, of course, you can't always go by that because they're brewing these guys' recipes. So I'm hoping it's going to be a nice, tasty beer. This is the first thing I've had. Wow, look at the head on that thing. That's what she said. And I'm hoping it's going to be a nice beer. So we're going to find out. I've not had anything from the Brewing company, but since Cigar City's doing it for them, hopefully they've got their act together, and we'll find out here in just a minute. A good 2 fingers of head over into the light. Let me get my hand off of it. Through the thick part of the glass, I'm not getting any light, guys. It's pitch black. But down here in this thin part of the glass, I'm getting a nice, rich, red, ruby tint to it. And I can actually see the bulb through the bottom of the glass. It's just when you get into the thick part of the glass here that it gets pretty dark. But yeah, very reminiscent of a porter looking through the bottom of the glass. A rich, red, ruby garnet color. Let's get a nose on it, see what we got. I'm getting a little bit of cocoa in there and rich burnt malt in the nose on this. And if you're familiar with the English style, they're not really into that big, like an Americans brew their beers with over the top everything. I mean, everybody wants to brew something that's just over the top and blows your socks off and your hair back every time you taste it. And that's the way a lot of the reviews on both of these sites reflect. I mean, if it doesn't blow the hair back or the socks off, they don't think it's that great. Rich roasted malt, hints of caramel and toffee and cocoa. Very nice smelling beer. Very, very nice smelling beer. So let's give it a taste. As you see, that head is dissipating pretty quickly. We're down to about a finger of head. I got a feeling here within about 15 minutes it'll all be gone. So, cheers everybody. Very nice. Very nice. Very subdued, but very nice. Very, very much in line with what the English style offers. A little on the thin side. A little thin and a little watery, but very nice. There's definitely enough flavors in there till you get where they're going for the for this beer, for this style of beer, the English style porter. I'm actually surprised it's 6.5 because a lot of the English beers in this style are between 4 and 5%. And I've told you this story before, guys. Originally, back in the 1700s, this style of beer was basically done for the dock workers and people that would have something to drink with their lunch. That was before the days of sodas and soft drinks and all that kind of stuff, and Budweiser and all the rest of that nasty ass beer that they make nowadays, that we make nowadays. This was something that they could have with their lunch or dinner and go back to work. And it wouldn't be a big ABV beer where you're going to be shit-faced if you have 2 or 3 of them. Very, very nice. I'm not getting any of the alcohol. Very well made beer. Definitely reminiscent of the English style in this style. Kind of light. Very pleasant, very easy drinking. And a little more taste than what you're going to get from a lager or some other style of beer. A Pilsner or a Hefeweizen. It's got enough of that rich roasted chocolate malt to give it that taste. So, well, let's let it warm up just a little bit, let her taste it, and we'll come back and do the final chug and grade on this one. Very impressed. I mean, I don't think it's an outstanding beer, but it's got just enough of everything for you to enjoy this one. I was looking if it had any kind of IBUs or anything on the can, but it doesn't. But we've got that. It says 34 here, and it does have the ABV on the can. Got the date on the bottom. So pretty much got all the information you need to know what you're drinking. And it ain't like you're grabbing something and saying, well, I'm going to have 1 or 2 of these, and before you know it, you've drank an 8 or 9 or even a 10% beer, and your head's spinning around just a little bit. And you don't want to go back to work when you've got that kind of buzz going on, especially if you're operating any kind of heavy machinery or anything that you can cut off some fingers and stuff with. So very nice beer for the style. So let's let it warm up, let her taste it, and I'll come back and do the final chug and grade. Alright guys, I'm back. Got this little left here. Been sipping on it about 30 minutes or so. Very nice for the style that it's brewed in, which is an English style porter. Very, very nice. Like I said earlier, these are usually brewed in a little bit lower ABV than the 6.5 this is, but a little on the thin side, which is typical for the style, and a little on the watery side, which is typical for this style. But nice, getting hints of cocoa. I'm not getting a lot of dark fruit or anything in this style, but cocoa, rich, almost to the burnt characteristics of the malt. Maybe a little toffee, maybe a little caramel. Very nice, very pleasant, very enjoyable, very very well made because I'm not getting any of that 6.5% alcohol. Very tasty. Final chug. Very well done beer for the style. Now if it was an American porter, it wouldn't be getting quite the ratings that I'm going to give this. But for the English style, which is usually a little on the thinner, watery, drier side, it's very nice. It's very, very pleasant. And for the hops they've used in this, which are the English style hops, the Kent Goldings and the English Magnum, very nice. Very, very, very nice. So, and it's got all the information. Don't have the IBUs on the can, which is not that critical. Would like to see it, but it's got the ABV and it's got the canned on date right on the bottom of the can. That's all you need. I mean, you can see it. You see the style and you see the date. It's got everything you need, guys. So, with that being said, I'm gonna give this. The 7. Which is a B+. It is really close to the 8, which is the A-, but for the style, it is a little on the thin side, a little on the watery side, but that is kind of typical for the style, for the English style porter. So, yeah, 7 for me, B+. Very nice, very enjoyable, very easy drinking, a nice beer to pair with a meal, where you're not going to get too bloated or too heavy of a beer to go with that. Very nice. I enjoyed it. I did enjoy this. So, like I said, Cigar City does some pretty tasty stuff. I'm pretty sure they brewed this for the Brew Bus brewing guides. So, evidently they don't have the capability of brewing their own stuff, and they've had Cigar City do it for them. So, very nice. Very enjoyable. Over to Beer Advocate, they say 85, which is in their very good range. If I was putting a number on this, it would be 88 or 89. So my numbers are a little bit better than what they're saying here. And over to Rate Beer, they say 80 overall, 69 in a style. I think it's a little bit better than that. I'm not judging it for a American style porter. I'm judging it for the English style porter, which is usually a little lighter, a little thinner, and a little more watery than what we brew over here. So for the style, the English style, it is almost an A beer. It is kicking on the door as far as I'm concerned. Very nice. Very tasty. I'm getting the cocoa. I'm getting the toffee and the caramel. Not getting a lot of dark fruit. Not getting a lot of coffee in it. But I am getting a lot of rich roasted malt. So, with that being said, if you've had this one, the Brew Bus Double Decker English Style Porter, let me know what you think, guys. And let's go see what's in that fridge tomorrow. See you then, guys.